proven commitment to quality. We've built for families, businesses, farms, and more, all with the same dedication to excellence that's been our hallmark for over 25 years. So when a company tells you they're offering a long warranty, ask yourself this: where will they be in 10 years? If they disappear, so does your warranty. Here at Mallett, you know we'll be here, just like we've always been. At the end of the day, a warranty is only as good as the company that stands behind it. Choose the name that's been trusted for decades. Choose Mallett Buildings. When you're ready to invest in a building that lasts, call us and let's get started. At Mallett Buildings, we've been proudly serving our community for over 25 years. When it comes to building structures that last, experience matters. You've probably seen some companies offering long warranties, 10 years or more. But here's something important to consider. Can a company without a long track record truly back that up? It's easy to make promises, but what really counts is the ability to deliver, not just now, but 5, 10, or even 20 years down the line. If a company hasn't been around for very long, what happens if they go out of business before the end of their 10-year warranty? What happens to your warranty then? The answer is simple: you're left with nothing. No support, no repairs, no protection. You've essentially been robbed of the protection you were promised. At Mallett Buildings, we've been here for the long haul, with over 2 decades of experience. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless satisfied customers who can tell you, when we say we offer a 10-year workmanship warranty, we've proven it time and time again. And if something goes wrong years from now, we'll still be here, ready to make it right. Our customers trust us because we don't just build structures, we build long-lasting relationships. We use only the highest quality materials, kiln-dried, ground-treated lumber, and MCA ground-treated posts with lifetime warranties. That's why our buildings are designed to stand strong for decades, and why we can confidently stand behind our warranties. And don't forget, we're a state-licensed contractor with licensed engineers right here in Louisiana and Texas. We don't cut corners, and we adhere to the highest standards, ensuring that every building we construct is built to last. When you choose Mallett Buildings, you're choosing a company with real credentials, real experience, and a proven commitment to quality. We've built for families, businesses, farms, and more, all with the same dedication to excellence that's been our hallmark for over 25 years. So when a company tells you they're offering a long warranty, ask yourself this: where will they be in 10 years? If they disappear, so does your warranty. Here at Mallett, you know we'll be here, just like we've always been. At the end of the day, a warranty is only as good as the company that stands behind it. Choose the name that's been trusted for decades. Choose Mallett Buildings. When you're ready to invest in a building that lasts, call us and let's get started. At Mallett Buildings, we've been proudly serving our community for over 25 years. When it comes to building structures that last, experience matters. You've probably seen some companies offering long warranties, 10 years or more. But here's something important to consider. Can a company without a long track record truly back that up? It's easy to make promises, but what really counts is the ability to deliver, not just now, but 5, 10, or even 20 years down the line. If a company hasn't been around for very long, what happens if they go out of business before the end of their 10-year warranty? What happens to your warranty then? The answer is simple: you're left with nothing. No support, no repairs, no protection. You've essentially been robbed of the protection you were promised. At Mallett Buildings, we've been here for the long haul, with over 2 decades of experience. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless satisfied customers who can tell you, when we say we offer a 10-year workmanship warranty, we've proven it time and time again. And if something goes wrong years from now, we'll still be here, ready to make it right. Our customers trust us because we don't just build structures, we build long-lasting relationships. We use only the highest quality materials, kiln-dried, ground-treated lumber, and MCA ground-treated posts with lifetime warranties. That's why our buildings are designed to stand strong for decades, and why we can confidently stand behind our warranties. And don't forget, we're a state-licensed contractor with licensed engineers right here in Louisiana and Texas. We don't cut corners, and we adhere to the highest standards, ensuring that every building we construct is built to last. When you choose Mallett Buildings, you're choosing a company with real credentials, real experience, and a proven commitment to quality. We've built for families, businesses, farms, and more, all with the same dedication to excellence that's been our hallmark for over 25 years. So when a company tells you they're offering a long warranty, ask yourself this: where will they be in 10 years? If they disappear, so does your warranty. Here at Mallett, you know we'll be here, just like we've always been. At the end of the day, a warranty is only as good as the company that stands behind it. Choose the name that's been trusted for decades. Choose Mallett Buildings. When you're ready to invest in a building that lasts, call us and let's get started. At Mallett Buildings, we've been proudly serving our community for over 25 years. When it comes to building structures that last, experience matters. You've probably seen some companies offering long warranties, 10 years or more. But here's something important to consider. Can a company without a long track record truly back that up? It's easy to make promises, but what really counts is the ability to deliver, not just now, but 5, 10, or even 20 years down the line. If a company hasn't been around for very long, what happens if they go out of business before the end of their 10-year warranty? What happens to your warranty then? The answer is simple. You're left with nothing. No support, no repairs, no protection. You've essentially been robbed of the protection you were promised. At Mallett Buildings, we've been here for the long haul, with over 2 decades of experience. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless satisfied customers who can tell you, when we say we offer a 10-year workmanship warranty, we've proven it time and time again. And if something goes wrong years from now, we'll still be here, ready to make it right. Our customers trust us because we don't just build structures, we build long-lasting relationships. We use only the highest quality materials, kiln-dried, ground-treated lumber, and MCA ground-treated posts with lifetime warranties. That's why our buildings are designed to stand strong for decades, and why we can confidently stand behind our warranties. And don't forget, we're a state-licensed contractor with licensed engineers right here in Louisiana and Texas. We don't cut corners, and we adhere to the highest standards, ensuring that every building we construct is built to last. When you choose Mallett Buildings, you're choosing a company with real credentials, real experience, and a proven commitment to quality. We've built for families, businesses, farms, and more, all with the same dedication to excellence that's been our hallmark for over 25 years. So when a company tells you they're offering a long warranty, ask yourself this: where will they be in 10 years? If they disappear, so does your warranty. Here at Mallett, you know we'll be here, just like we've always been. At the end of the day, a warranty is only as good as the company that stands behind it. Choose the name that's been trusted for decades. Choose Mallett Buildings. When you're ready to invest in a building that lasts, call us and let's get started. At Mallett Buildings, we've been proudly serving our community for over 25 years. When it comes to building structures that last, experience matters. You've probably seen some companies offering long warranties, 10 years or more. But here's something important to consider. Can a company without a long track record truly back that up? It's easy to make promises, but what really counts is the ability to deliver, not just now, but 5, 10, or even 20 years down the line. If a company hasn't been around for very long, what happens if they go out of business before the end of their 10-year warranty? What happens to your warranty then? The answer is simple. You're left with nothing. No support, no repairs, no protection. You've essentially been robbed of the protection you were promised. At Mallett Buildings, we've been here for the long haul, with over 2 decades of experience. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless satisfied customers who can tell you, when we say we offer a 10-year workmanship warranty, we've proven it time and time again. And if something goes wrong years from now, we'll still be here, ready to make it right. Our customers trust us because we don't just build structures, we build long-lasting relationships. We use only the highest quality materials, kiln-dried, ground-treated lumber, and MCA ground-treated posts with lifetime warranties. That's why our buildings are designed to stand strong for decades, and why we can confidently stand behind our warranties. And don't forget, we're a state-licensed contractor with licensed engineers right here in Louisiana and Texas.
Hello, Lee Mallett from Mallett Buildings. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. I want to see I hope everybody enjoyed my compadre who took over for me yesterday. I had to go to Baton Rouge and I had to go to New Orleans. So Trent Clark, who now works over here in second in command, took over yesterday. I hope y'all enjoyed him. I watched his video. I think he did pretty good considering he's not as experienced at it as me. This afternoon I'm going to start out with this. Today we did a price match. But look at the price match. I want you to compare how we lay everything out on a quote sheet and look what they do. Why don't they, if this is included in this bid, why isn't it, I go through everything. There's no question that it's included. I mean, I find this extremely, it causes problems. You need to be careful with that. What's the question? I can't read. I
have a quote for a new building from Tyler. Can you do spray foam insulation instead of the regular insulation?
You can, but there's a charge for. For a new building from Tyler, can you do I can't do spray foam in place of the regular insulation, but I mean I can get you a price on the foam. Foam is a lot different than the regular. But we put the regular, and if you do the foam, you're going to get both because I don't put the foam against the metal. If you go back in time, and I guess I could hit it tomorrow, you run into warranty issues with foam when it's directly applied to the steel. But no, I'll look at it for you, see what I can do to help you out with it. I don't know what kind of building you're buying. That has a lot to do with it too. But I'll tell you what, when I go down there, Mr. Miller, I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna get back. I'll get with Todd. We'll get back and see what I can do. If I knew what size, I need more particulars to answer that question. But it's hard to do. There's 2 different types of insulation. We do both. But let me work on it for you. Getting back to this. Why don't they just put everything that comes with it? Now, by the way, Corey boy, you lost this one. Just took that one from me. I'm going to keep taking them from you too. Because you see, I gave this, and let me tell you, if you look at these quotes, every time they do this, I'm giving you free roof and wall insulation. They ain't giving it. I don't know why. I guess they can't compete with us. They offer foam. It said roof and wall available, foam insulation. Okay, we do the electrical packages too, but we're licensed contractors. They're not. But the biggest problem I have with this is I'm gonna tell you everything you're getting in that building. They're not. This is not the way to do it. I mean, you can get into trouble. Well, that wasn't involved. That's not part of my quote, included items. I mean, it's a game that they play. So you need to be careful with these cats. Go to my next slide, please. All right, if you notice it, licensed. They've only been licensed as a licensed contractor for 2 months, but they're convicted of contracting without a license. Why would you want to do business with a convicted contractor? They're convicted. That company's convicted. Okay? That's a factual statement if you go to the LSLBC. Now, this is them again. Better built? I don't think so. Don't have more for less. Well, number one, if you recall, on the price match article Brad we're running, we're going to beat this on price match. That's his price. I took $1,000 off. That's the first thing I did. Then if you call in and get the Tiger Cash, I'm going to take another $1,000 off. So go back. That means now we're down to $21,999 or $28,999. And guess what? I'm going to throw in free roof and wall insulation. And they still ain't got everything we got. They don't have the concrete in the holes guaranteed. They don't have the cable retention system. I mean, folks, it's like an apple and an orange. I've been licensed for 25 years. This has been licensed for 2.5. He's convicted of contractor violations. He's convicted. You know what the problem with that is? He might be doing something to you too. He's breaking the law, got caught, and now he wants you to trust him and do business with him. Well, you need to be careful of that. That's one of the big red flags that I see, and I'll continue to pound. What else we got here? Keep going. All right, so the sale this week is the Elite 40 by 60 by 12 with a 10 by 40 wing, the wing being free. Regular price $55,999. But if you call in and get some Tiger Cash, that will drop to $54,999. And you get this free wing, free, which is 400 square feet. That's probably $6,000, maybe $7,000 value. So 51, you're going to get this thing for about 47. That's the Elite building. Let's see what comes in it. This is why it's the Elite building. Look at everything you get in. You're going to get closer truss post spacing, closer truss spacing, 5 on 12 standard, not 4 on 12 or 5 on 12. That's another game they play. What they do is, when you, well, I want the 5 on 12, they're going to charge you. If they're going to give it to you, say, I'm going to give it to you. You need to be careful of what they do and what they say. Everything they say is a game, okay? I know most of them, I'm telling you, it's a game. They want to go head up. Just go head up. The other thing you need to watch, they all claiming they're using #1 lumber, KDAT, on their whole buildings like me. Folks, this is what you look for right here. Let me give you a little secret. Let them put your building up. You find one board in there. Let's see, that's why they play this game. Make them put their #1 kill-dried lumber on one of these lines. And if he puts up that building and you find a stamp on here that says #2 or doesn't have KD, you got it. You make him tear that building down. Or give you some type of refund for doing that to you. So make sure you watch this. I'm going to teach y'all what to look for with some of these people who I don't think are going to make it through in the next 3 to 5 years. Because this is what we do. I mean, look, they don't even have an engineer on staff. They're getting somebody stamping. I'm on that too. There's some problems going on over there on that too. The next session, we're going to make sure there's some stuff up there. How you doing, Mr. Tackett? Good to see you. Good to hear from you. So anyway, all the things we offer in Elite building we're the only ones that do that. They can try this, and I'm gonna get to 45 in a minute with their new ad. They're all playing catch up with me. They're going, how are we gonna compete with Lee now? Well, best thing to do is send me a quote. I'm gonna beat them. In fact, this gentleman here, like he could take the 1,000 or he could take the 2x8 trusses. His choice. 2x8 truss is a lot stronger than 2x6 truss. So he was given a choice. Which one you want? The 1,000 on a price match, or you want the 2x8 trusses? Already he's going to get free insulation on the roof and wall. I love it when these come in. I love it especially when it's Corey the boy. Corey the boy. There. Now look. So Fortified decided, well, Lee's going to start all this about this, and so they come up with all this. One problem. Let's start at the top. He says 2x6 #1 kill dry lumber. He puts this. Where does it say #1 lumber? You need to change that, Fortify. Don't be playing games with him here now. Everything he said. Oh, #1. Why would you put that and not put the actual tag on the lumber? Because I hope that anybody buys a building from you goes and checks that lumber, because that's all we ship in here is #1 lumber. So then you go back Now they're copying me. They want 4x4 treated posts. And we'll go to the metal. I buy from Central States, a regional company, very big company. Been with them for, I guess, 20 years. And they're in 5 or 6 states. Good company. So anyway, we do all that. He gets over here. Let's see what he's going to do. Okay, I see he's going outside closures throughout the ridge line. Well, we use the aerated closures on the Mallett Buildings, on the elite buildings. Actually, all of them we put the perforated, and so that means you get venting throughout the whole ridge. So they're using a solid, no nails. Okay, we use nails to tack only. I think they do too, but we do tack, and then we come back with the screws. Lag screws for trusses and truss carriers. Well, are they IBC approved? Mine are. Everything I buy is International Building Code rated. So they don't tell you that. Is it or is it not? I don't know. You get up here. Here we got number one. Well, why don't you put that up there? Here too, look. Why don't you put the tag? Why don't you put what's actually supposed to be on the lumber, like I do? All trusses are handmade or customized to fit your building from pitch to spacing to what size frame you use to construct. Decision is up to you. Yeah, okay, but what's your standard? What is your standard? We put a standard 5-on-12 in an elite building, a 5-on-12 in a signature building, and a 4-on-12 on an elite series. So you're mainly selling a 2x6. You don't do a 2x8. And your standard, as I understand it from people, is a 4-on-12. So why don't you just tell it? I mean, all this isn't specific enough to know what it is. You know, you can throw all kind of stuff out here. All right, let's see what else he's got here. Roll up doors. Walk the doors comes solid with a steel casing. I don't know what's going on there. Concrete comes customizable for reinforced. We all do that. Here's the next problem. This company is claiming to be licensed under these numbers. They are not. And this document will be sent to the LSBC, and they will be charged for this because you can't do that. This company, pull it up. You don't have Fortify? If you do Fortify on the LSOB site, they're not licensed. You can't put a license to Fortify. Whatever company you're licensed, you're going to need to put that there. If you're going to put that license number, you've got to have the company. Now, Fortify is owned by Cornerstone. Okay? 413 complaints in the last 3 years, 202 complaints in the last 12 months. That's a serious red flag. Now, you must understand, all these companies or all these guys that are buying or are trying to sell these buildings are buying all the materials from them, to my knowledge. And if you read those complaints, it's a lot about the materials. Okay? But folks, this is a bad sign. Look at your reviews. Go back. 1.2 is their review, that's their star rating. You come to us, we're at 4.87. 1 complaint in the last 3 years, no complaints in the last 12 months. I'm accredited. I don't think 45 is accredited. Let's go back. Are they accredited? Yeah. They're accredited? Okay, they're accredited. All right, go back. All right, years in business, 34, that particular, yeah. So, but look at my rating, and you can come read my reviews. Go to the next slide. All right, 5 red flags. I can't press upon y'all enough. As chairman of the State Contractors Board, I see terrible things done to people when they don't follow this procedure of checking these red flags. Number 1, go to Secretary of State, how many years they've been in business. 2, licensure, LSLBC. Contractor violation, have they been convicted? If they've been convicted, you better be careful. You check that, the LSLBC also. Check the reviews on the BBB and the Google. What's their star rating? A, how many do they have? And then visit the contractor's facility. You really need to go see what you're dealing with here. I'm telling you, if folks, you can get yourself into a lot of problems with these people. What's this, Mr. Paulette? Tim Tackett did an amazing job, doing very informative. Thank you. Yes, he did, folks. Tim Tackett did a great job. In fact, we're running that. We're boosting that live. If you want to watch him, We're boosting that right now, aren't we? Yeah, you can go watch Tim Tackett. He came in, he really, in fact, some of the slides I'm getting ready to show, he's going to show us to. I'm going to show you where some of the stuff he did. He was very knowledgeable and a tremendous customer, and we really enjoyed having him. We're going to be bringing some more in. So Mr. Hebert, current quote from Tyler on 35 with electrical packs, and we have to wind load it. If we can include that in the price, we can move forward. Where are you located? Yeah? Is that a okay, Mr. Hebert, let me check and see what building that is. Because let me tell you what happens. You get to 138, then we've got to add some stuff to meet that wind load. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to check with him when we leave. When we'll close out, I got 2 people to talk to. Y'all got their names for me? Write their names for me.
They're in here.
They're in there. Okay, give me, Mr. Hebert, when I go down, I'm going to go meet with Tyler. We're going to get on that for you, and I'll call you right away. All right. We're disseminating this. Look, you need to go to LSLBC, Louisiana Government Contractor Search. Would you buy from someone who has contractor conviction violations? I hope you wouldn't. I hope you understand that means that they got a tendency to maybe stretch things or do things that ain't quite right. Right? Now, all these have been convicted. Reed's Metals, Beck Industries, Ranger, Precision, S&S, Southern Stock, all convicted. All of them. It's all part of the LSFBC. You can go pull this information. It's public. It is a factual thing. They have all been convicted of that. They can never change that. They can lie to you. They can tell you all kind of stuff. But folks, they have been caught and they have been charged and they have been convicted. So be careful. I know they're going to come up with some stories about this and that. I don't know what they're telling you, but I'm going to tell you the facts are the facts. This is what happened. And there will continue to be some convictions. There's some stuff going on that I'm privy to that's written right up on a couple of these already in the next 30, 40 days. But look, you need to be careful. Now, you know why? Because you could end up like these 2 cats. Not only these 2 cats have a bunch of convictions with the LSOBC, they got charged by the parish for contractor fraud, both of them. And this one's out there, and they're both, I don't know about him right now, but he's still trying to sell buildings to people. People don't know what they're dealing with here. You need to check the red flags. You don't want to get caught with this mess. It's just terrible that anybody would not do their due diligence and make sure that you're not dealing with somebody who's going to possibly take your money. Because they're all going to want they're all going to want a deposit. That's what happened here. Peter caught Paul. They went on for a little while, but sooner or later, Peter caught Paul, because this is what they do. You misunderstand. These individuals, I don't think they have the business acumen to understand what they're getting into. You see, if you just started out in business this year, or last year, 2 years, and all of a sudden you're getting these deposits, and you get a check for $20,000, and you sell 5 or 6 buildings, you got $100,000 in deposit money in the bank. You know what happens? They go spend that money thinking that's their money. It's not their money. And that's when Peter eventually, because now you got to sell a building to pay for the other building. And it goes on, and it goes on, it goes on. And this is what happens. They act like the big dog till Peter catches Paul. When Peter catches Paul, this is what happens. They come pick you up. Okay? So be careful of what's going on here. I can't stress enough to you that all these individuals that are in this business right now they're Johnny-come-latelys. They're not building what we build, and they haven't even proven they're going to be around in 5 years in business, much less. Then that goes back to warranties. How can these guys give you a 10-year warranty when they only been in business 3 years? Or 5 years, or 7 years. You ain't made it, man. Get to 10 and you can put 10, I guess. I've been doing this for 25 years. I've been a licensed contractor. I have more than one company that's licensed. We're in commercials, operations. We have got a little bit of industrial stuff, but I got multiple companies that are licensed. You know, you got all my classifications?
Not in this one, no.
You don't have all my class? I'm classified. I can build a road, I can build a bridge, I can build all kinds of things. They can't. And under the new law, unless they get at least that classification, they can't build new structures according to new law. What you got here? Okay. Now, remember, Remember, this is the ad they put out there. I'll put it right on top because every time them individuals run an ad, I'm going to come on them real quick with a price match. So, if you notice right now, none of them want to put a price on their buildings. That's what I say. Let's get after it, guys. If you really want to tackle me, run your ads, put your price. Well, I've noticed that. Just like I saw Fortify, why didn't you run a price run a building without all that? Put your price out there. And I'll put it up there and I'll come over here and I'll tear you up. And guess what, John Q. customer? You benefit. You benefit from this kind of stuff. Because we are going to price match them. Beat them by 1,000. Then you got the Tiger Cash, that's 2,000. And I'm going to probably throw something in like roof and wall insulation. This isn't even hard for me. What do we got here? 2 of the plumbers installing hey, I like to hear that, Mr. Tackett. Send them to us. Send them to us. Now, while we're talking about that, see, we get referral fees. In fact, let me tell you, we got a program right now. I've got over 500 right now. Looks like ambassadors that are getting ready to come on board with us. 500 ambassadors. That means those people have already sent I've already gotten 500 customers sent to me, not with an ad, sent to me by a satisfied customer. Hard to beat that. 500 of those, and they're ambassadors. We got a lot more coming, but we're really working hard on that. But folks, I mean, that says a lot about us. But hey, remember, we're going to get if you get price match 1,000, Tiger Cash another 1,000, and boom, you're going to get roof and wall insulation. They're not giving it to you. I'm going to give you concrete under every one of their posts, which you do standard, and I'm going to put the cable retention system in my slabs, and they're not going to do it. Okay? This don't pay more for less. Well, that's paying more for less. I'm going to make them eat their words. They're charging you more for less. Okay? Now, let's talk about this building here. You got the Elite. Remember the Elite building? We've got a special this week. The 40 by 60 by 12 with a 10 by 40 wing, and the wing is free. Now, see right here? That wing you get on your building, you get your 40 by 60, you get wainscot, hey, fully insulated, hey, you're going to get that wing for free, which is about a $6,000 or $7,000 value. Flip to my stuff that comes, and you can get all this. And you cannot get that with these other guys. They don't do this. Then they're not going to, because they're trying to sell. They don't buy like us. They don't have the resources we have. And they hadn't been here long enough to even, folks, I challenge, look, you just read, look what you're getting for the money. It's not there's a difference in price in the value buildings, the signatures. When you get to the Elite, it's because of everything we put in the building. That's what makes it more money. But I don't have the slide about how much the cost is. Yeah, well, tomorrow I'll go over that too. It's only like $500 a year, $45 a month. You can get in this building for about $1.53 a day versus something that doesn't have all of this. You can afford it. I promise you. And you cannot afford it because you need all. I put all this stuff in this building because it makes the building stronger, makes the building more durable, makes the building more aesthetic, everything about it. Okay? Now, this is post-frame construction. And most of y'all have watched me, and those who just got here, we look at our trusses, look at the strength of this building. Now look over here at this mess. Look at the size of these little tubulars. The only thing holding this little baby down is that. Now I'm going to get into something in a minute. When you look at this document, if you get a quote from these guys, let me tell you what you look for. They're not hurricane rated. They're going to say, oh, it's 145 mile an hour rated. Is it hurricane rated? Because I'm going to show you what you got to have. Let's go to the next slide to show it. Here's some more of that mess. I mean, folks, go to the next one. And I have to tell you, I'm going to give credit. Mr. Tackett played this the other day. And understand that what we just looked at would be something similar to this. Only thing holding that little building down is anchors, the little anchor bolts. Go back to the picture. Now remember this slide. See this here? That's all that's holding that thing down. Go back to that slide. Okay, there's 3 ways that thing can break out. This is what's probably going to happen. I mean, all this can happen. But you see this right here? That member's bending. And I think that the people I've talked to, they're not guaranteeing that it won't. They're guaranteeing it won't break. Well, it's not going to break. It's just going to bend and stay secure. So it really wasn't. It's a game. It's a game they play. But let's look at the anchor system. That's what you got with these tubular steel buildings, or tubular, not even steel buildings. You know, go buy your red iron building before you buy tubular. Tubular is the worst thing in the world, in my opinion, in hurricane country, and we're in hurricane country. Okay, go to the next slide. All right, the reason why this is a bad deal, them tubes will bend at L150. The allowable deflection for structural members in a hurricane is L240 or L360. Folks, them tubulars will not, they won't do this. They're up here. I don't even know if they're guaranteeing that, because I've seen some of that stuff, and they, well, it's certified. Well, certified doesn't mean it's engineered. Or non-certified. But hey, ask those guys, what's your bend under the hurricane? What is it? What is it? L150? L2? Tell us what you got here. Because you got to be right here, according to code, and the structural world. Them tubulars ain't going to meet that. That's junk. It's cheap. There's a reason why it's cheap. And the first hurricane, it's going to go. Can't take it. Either this is going to happen, or go back to the other slide, or this is going to happen. That's what you're going to have with this tubular stuff. It's cheap. You get what you pay for. You want something to withstand a storm, you better not get one of those. Now, let's talk about the next problem with steel and tubular. And I give Mr. Tackett credit again. He brought me this slide, and it's a great slide. I couldn't find it, but he found me one. This is after 2 years of exposure, folks. Now look, galvanized after 2 years of exposure. Steel, just straight steel, 2 years of exposure. Look at the wear. What do you think is going to happen when that storm hits that? It's gone. This is stainless. And look what's happening. It's going through deterioration. And that's the only thing holding down them steel buildings. That's the only thing that's holding down them tubular buildings. But this don't lie. It is what it is. I can't make this up. Thank you, Mr. Tackett. Mr. Tackett brought this slide. Great slide. I'll use this slide every time I talk, because you need to understand what's happening. Even in stick frame. You most people that build a home, contractors, they're going to put the plate on the slab. That's what anchors the house to the slab, right? They anchor it with bolts, and most of them use just steel. So the first storm, or the first time you get any heavy tidal, you're just going to push it off the slab because it is deteriorated. What we got here? Okay, well, okay, Mr. He's got a request. I'll put something together for that. That sounds like a interesting thing. That we could do that. We can do a video or series on what he wants. He'd like us to do a video or series on features or upgrades you offer or suggest for turning a building into a barnuminium. That could be really informative. Number one, right off the bat, if you're going to build a barnuminium, your truss spacing needs to be 2 or less. Just going to tell you right off the bat. If you go 2 feet, you better use 5/8 inch sheetrock, or it's going to wallow out. If you're going to use 1/2 inch, you're going to have to put them 16 inch on center. That's the first thing your trusses have to move closer. Okay, I'm just talking. Yeah. For that sheetrock, you're going to have. That's the main thing you're going to have to work on, is receive that ceiling. As far as the inside of it, you're going to stud wall in between the posts, all the way around, and you'll do your same stud walls on the inner walls. I'm a proponent of all treated lumber inside my framing. You know, when they start talking about framing, the problem, there's a law that you have to termite treat the slabs. And but if you use all treated lumber, and they're going to make you do that every year. It's only good for a year. That's another racket. They're going to make you treat it before you pour the slab, and it's good for a year. And they're going to send you a reminder, it's time to retreat. And then you got to keep retreating. Why not just go to all treated, ground treated lumber throughout your morning medium or your house for that matter? And I have no problem with selling you treated lumber, all number 1 treated lumber, 2x4s, 2x6s, 2x8s, whatever you want. Now that I think about it, when I was looking over there at that Fortify, see, they use 2x8s for their headers to receive their trusses. I use only 2x12s. I don't know how the engineering 2x8s. They're going to be on a building with 5 foot or 3 foot. On a 2x8, you're going to get some sag. It's just not strong enough to take that weight. Okay, but we use only 2x12s. We don't use 2x8s. But all these other people use 2x8s. All of them. They use 2x8s. Why? They buy all the materials from Fortify, and Fortify uses 2x8s for their headers. Can you put that back up there? Let me check it. Watch. Go back to that. And I just thought about that. Let's see. Right here. Oh, let's see here. Wait, let's see here. Yeah. 2x8s, treated truss carriers. I use 2x12s, and it's the plate. It's the top plate. This receives the truss as the truss sits. So I'll use 2x8s on none of my buildings. None of them. Because after being in business 25 years, I can tell you can get into some sag issues. Okay. The other thing is, these guys that are building these buildings, I don't know if they do it. We watch this pretty close. They need to make sure that the crown is turned up when you're putting the 2x12s there. Okay. Otherwise, the crown is down, and you're going to get some sag. Okay. All right. Go back where I was at. Where was I at? Right there. Okay. We, in Mallett Buildings, all we do, if you start looking about anchor, we don't use anchor system. We use a different system. We take the 6x6 post, we go down in the ground, we put it in a post protector. There's a weep hole in the bottom, so if anything gets in there, it weeps out. Okay? But if you're going to get a headwind, you're going to have to break these posts. And look, my posts are not going to deteriorate. So if you take this, after 2 years, you saw what's happening to those anchor bolts. You got that picture? Okay. Now look. So the bill of building for me, I'm 3 feet, 4 feet in the ground in a post protector. Nothing's touching it. So I'm not going to have any deterioration. But I'm not sitting on top of the slab. I'm anchored into the ground. So go back. So what happens, understand when the headwind hits this building, you'd have to break all the posts at the same time, unless it was a tornado. Because all the posts are working in conjunction. Okay? The other deal is, if it's been 2 years plus, according to that specification from an engineering book, it's gone. Is that rust, to go back to that? What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen right there? There's nothing left. These are weakened. These might make it, but maybe after 5 years, I don't know what's going to happen. But you can tell after 2 years, they're just going to pop right off they're going to go right off the top. Here too, and that's a galvanized screw. So go back. So that's why I believe post frame. I know it is because we've gone through so many storms. But anyway, go to the next slide. All right, so that took care of headwind. Let's talk about uplift. See all these cables? See how they tied to every post? There's a grid of cables sitting on top of that visqueen. So what's going to happen when I pour the concrete on top of these cables? Think about it. All these cables are sitting under there. All of them are tied to the outer perimeter of every post. Across. Yeah? That dead weight is transferred to all those cables, which means it's transferred to all the outer perimeter of the post. Right? So in order to move that building, if a tornado is hovering and trying to suck, is what they do, they'd have to pull that slab up. And that's highly unlikely. Well, thank you, Mr. Miller. Every storm goes through. I stay in a Mallett building that I built myself, and I stay in them too because they are the toughest of the toughest. I can tell you. See, here's the engineer. There's an engineer drawing how we do it. All these cables are interconnected. Okay? Imagine all the dead weight on top of all these cables. Now, all these cables are tied into every post. It's all tied together. The dead weight of that concrete keeps that building from moving up. I'm the only one that does this. The others will tell you they don't need to do it. Maybe, maybe not. I'm trying to give you more for your buck. I'm trying to make sure your building don't come out the ground. Okay? Next. Here we go back to the price match. If you're looking for a 30 by 30 with electrical package, 30 by 40 electrical package, 30 by 50 electrical package, I don't want you to pay more for less. Because I'm going to come over here and tell you, this is what you're going to get. See, why don't they tell you what you're going to get? Oh, they do tell you a little bit. Now, I love this one right here, y'all. It always amazes me. 10-year warranty workmanship. This company's only been in business 3 years. This guy that's the license, who went and got his license, only had it for 3 or 4 months. But you'd swear from this that he's a convicted violator. Been convicted. But even with all that, I'm going to beat him by 1,000 right here. I took 1,000 price match. Then if you come in and give me the Tiger cash, I'm going to take another 1,000 off. So now I'm $2,000 less just in cash. And if you look at this, I'm going to give you roof and wall insulation. I don't think he's giving you that. I'm going to put secured in concrete. I don't think he's going to do that. And I'm going to have the which one?
Roll up, 2 roll.
Oh, I'm giving you 2 roll-up doors. He's giving you 1. This don't pay more for less. I agree with him. You shouldn't do that. But these guys are amateurs. They ain't been doing this long enough to understand who they're getting in the ring with. And I can tell you right now, this price match, it's time for all you competitors that watch, and I know y'all watch me. I hear that all the time. Get your best shot and put it up here and we'll go at it. Y'all say y'all price match? Well, put it up. Let's go.
This is Guy Fruget's quote from Tubular. He just commented.
Let's see. What did he say?
They're looking for a 30 by 50.
Now let me see something. Hold on one second. Let me see where I want to see something. Mr. Is it Fruget?
Yeah.
Mr. Fruget, what I'm looking for. Okay. If you go down and look at this, he says it's engineered certified. For 140 miles an hour. Is it engineered against a hurricane? What's his load? Is it 260 or is it 150? That's a problem with this. Okay? But he says engineered certified. Is it engineered stamped or certified? See, concrete wedge, anchors are included. Yeah, he wants you so you don't, if you don't have the concrete. God dang, that's high. That's high, Mr. Fruget. In my opinion, so he's on this tubular steel building, folks. And the roof pitch is 3 on 12. That ain't worth a darn, because I'm going to tell you why that's not. He's going to have to put tape in between those sheets. That thing's going to leak at some point. You need 4 on 12 and higher, and you ain't got to worry about that. No insulation. Wait. Well, insulation. Okay, no concrete. So you're at 27. No, you're at 32,000 is the total amount of this order. Okay? There's no concrete, and this is 30 by 50. That's going to be 1,500. That's going to be about 6,000. So now you're at 38,000. Okay? Let's see if he's got roof and wall insulation. I don't see any insulation. So, okay, so look, go back. Why wouldn't you take this deal? This deal, Mr. Fruget, these guys are with cement. They're going to be this total building is $32,000 without cement. I don't see any cement. Base price. I don't see any cement. I'm going kind of fast. I'm trying to find stuff. Okay, there's no cement. This building's going to cost you about $33,000. Okay, now. You can buy 30 by 50 by 12. Let's see what else. Is that what all you got on there?
16.
30 by 50 by what height?
16.
Where do you see that at? Okay, leg height, 16. Okay. All right. All right. So, I'm going to give you a 10 by 10 roll-up door. But this is the deal he needs to be working for you, because you're going to get roof and wall insulation. You're going to get 2 roll-up doors on this deal, and you're still only at 33,000. And if you take the Tiger cash, now you get 32. The price match, you're at 31,999 plus all the extras, Mr. Fruget. That's where I would go if I was you. Let's see, where are you located? Oswego. Okay. No, Mr. Fruget, this is the deal. Against this, and you go back. Let me tell you why you don't want this. Go back, that. Whoa, right here. See this? Now go back to the next picture on tubular. Do you have a tubular picture? Go back. Okay. That's the only thing holding that thing down, Mr. Fruget. This is what's going on here, folks. Is they're taking a product and they're trying to make it something it's not and it never will be. But if you look at this, remember, that's what's anchoring down. They don't put the concrete. They're going to furnish you the anchor bolts for you to install this thing. Mine's installed. And a slab. Okay? But I ain't going to do this mess because, go back. I don't want this to happen to you. Stop right here. I don't want none of this to happen to you. Go to the next one. I'm telling you, they don't tell you, but I guarantee you it's not the L2's 240 and 360 for hurricanes. None of these buildings are. They're putting in, I bet they're in about L150. They don't tell you. But y'all got to start, if you're going to deal with these guys, tell me what it's rated for a hurricane, because the minimum is right here. Okay? But the main thing I want to show you, Mr. Fruget, go. This is what's going to happen in anchor bolts after 2 years. In West Wego, you pretty far to the south. Y'all had a hurricane go through not too long ago. But he's ready. I think that building looks like a little kitty. I'll tell you what, Mr. Terry, you're 100% correct. I'll start calling them that. The little kitties. Go back to that. We're going to start calling this stuff the little kitty. In fact, I'm going to tell my building specialist, oh, you buying a little kitty, because that's what it is. This folks, y'all are smarter than this. Look at this. Do you see any power? That's a toy. Y'all too smart for this. I'm telling you. Y'all can look at this. Now go back to the post frame. Look. Watch. No. Go back to the where I see the structure. Now remember that tube. Go back. Go back to the first tubular next to my building. Right here. Folks. Now look. Your eyes don't deceive you. The eyes tell you everything you want to know about what's going on right here. Number one, look at the trusses, what they're built with. They're 2x8s. They're all engineered. That's what all this is. We build them right here. Look at the posts. Look at the number of girts. Now walk over here and look at this. This is not kosher. This is not this. This is something that ain't gonna take no storm. Y'all too smart for this. It's not this. But hey, if you go back to the pricing that I just gave, you're gonna get this for what these fools are trying to say for that. Why would you do that? when you can have something like this for the same amount of money or less? That's a way better deal than that mess. That's, yeah, I don't know. Look, I'm at a loss for words. I guess it is the kid. Well, whoever was Mr. Terry, you're right, Mr. Terry. It's a kitty compared to a tiger. There's no comparison. I mean, y'all folks, y'all really need to start paying attention to that. You know, these guys are selling this stuff, and you need to be careful with all this because I'm telling you, they're not rated for hurricanes. Ask them what the L number is on these buildings. And you're going to be shocked. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, what they gave you on the bottom of that quote. But it said certified. Where's the stamp? And you know.
I think Tyler's on the phone with them.
The Tyler's on the phone. That's good. I'm gonna get down there. I'm gonna talk to. Let's keep go back to where I was at now. I got off on a tangent right there. Them kitties get me all wired up, huh? I can't stand. I just don't even know how we even put them on the screen with us, but we do. But y'all got to go after this. Look, this is the elite building. You want the best building in the business in the United States of America, I'm telling you, this is the building. I don't care who's building them out there. They ain't going to build a building like this. They're not. They don't have everything I do. And my competitors are trying to copy me every chance they can, and that's all fine and dandy. They still don't have the quality. They don't have the experience. They don't know what they're doing. One of them said one day, they're all built the same. That was Little Dave. Little Dave told that to a customer. I said, Little Dave don't know what he's talking about. They're not all built the same. All houses are not built the same. All cars are not built the same. No. It depends on the company that's building that stuff. That's what's going to make the difference, because I don't build them the same as everybody else. You go in one of my buildings, you're going to say, I can see the difference. You can see the difference. They're all built the same. You could not see the difference, but you can see the difference. Remember, you be careful right here. Make sure it's that. That's what I put on my building. All number 1, all kill drive. That's what I use. It's stamped on that wood. Check it. I'm telling you, you're going to catch them. It's much more expensive. A lot more expensive. Remember, see all this? That's an elite building. That's a Mallett building. This is what we do. We've been doing it for 25 years. Folks, we know what we're doing. We're the best. You can trust us. We've been here for 25 years. You think we'd be here for 25 years we're doing something wrong? Of course not. Do we make mistakes? Of course we do. But you know what we do? We make them right. And that's a fact, and that comes from me. If we make a mistake, we're going to make it right. And we don't make many. But when we do, hey, we don't run from our mistakes. Okay? You can assure that we have the ability to fix it. If somebody does something ain't right, I'm going to fix it. All right, so remember, if you want to buy a building, the easiest thing to do is to go to the 3D image. Now, this is a 40 by 60. So today, you can buy that elite 40 by 60, this building, whatever colors you want, by going here and design it, okay? And we're going to put the wing on it right now. Oh, that's all the way. Make it a 40. So you see that how we moved it? It automatically took it to the end, so he moved it 10 feet over. So now you have a 10 by 40 wing. Me, I would put the door under the wing. I'd leave my roll up to it, but there you go. Now when it's raining, you're covered. When you back up your pickup there to put something in your warehouse or whatever, or your barnuminium or whatever you're doing, you're not going to be in the rain. Yeah? You can do all kind of things with these buildings. And you know, I can tell you that here's the pickup parked on the side of your building. But hey, you put that nice antique pickup inside your building. It's protected from Mother Nature. Nobody can go steal it. Nobody can mess with your truck or whatever it is that you want to put in your building. Okay, yeah, good. I'd love to have that, Mr. Tackett. But anyway, folks, look. You can go shop the rest, but then come to the best. We're the best. And why can you say, well, how can you say that? Because I've been doing it too long and they haven't been around long enough. All those guys, they weren't born when I got in this business. You realize that? Most of these guys were not born when I was in this business. I mean, I just got too much experience doing this, and we take pride in what we do. All my people take pride in what they do. I do too. To the point that, hey, we're open on Saturdays to noon to serve you. My competitors aren't, to my knowledge. You have a problem, you can call me. I don't think the owners of them other places are giving their cell numbers out. My cell number's on every page of the contract. I'm going to give it to you here in a few minutes before I sign off. I give it to you every time I come here. What owner would give his cell number, his personal cell number, and if you don't believe me, y'all call me right now. I'll go get my phone. It's on silent. Watch. Now, tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to take it off silent and put it on there. Now, would somebody like to test it to prove to people? It's just my cell phone number. You're welcome to call me right now. If you don't believe I give my cell number, here we go. Well, that's one of my jokers over here. But I'm serious. If anybody doesn't believe that, that's my phone. That's my cell number. You can call me anytime. You buy a building with me, you're going to be dealing with me if anybody in this organization doesn't take care of you. And you got my person. And look, I have it on me 24/7. I'm quality control. My competitors aren't going to do that. They're too interested to go and play. I don't care where I'm at. I'm going to answer that phone. And I'm going to pick up that phone, and whatever problem you have, I'm going to call my people and say, hey, what's the deal with this? And I'm going to take care of you. Can the rest of them say that? Can they? I don't think so. I don't think they want to be bothered. I'm open till noon on Saturday to serve you. Why are they not open? So they want to go play. Oh, well, I want your business because I know you need to. Sometimes you can't come during the week. And let me tell you something else. If you need to come buy a building with us and you need to come after 5, you call and make an appointment over here, and I will make sure the building specialist is waiting for you. Any day of the week. We're here to serve you. Okay? So if you need to meet with us, you over here, fine. If you need for me to send somebody to you, because you ready to buy a building, I'll send somebody. We got inspectors, we got people all over the place. But we prefer for you to come here. You know why? Don't you think you ought to come see who you're doing business with? Come see our facility. We'd love to. We're proud of what we've done. We're proud of this place. And it fathoms the competitors. They're not investing. They're operating out of either rental units or their trucks or whatever they do. But hey, I'm willing to stay here or keep my people here every day, every Saturday, 12 o'clock to serve you. If you want to come later, call and make an appointment. I promise you, we will wait for you, we will serve you, and we want to sell you a building. And that's why we do what we do. It's because we want to earn your business and we want to be available to you when it's convenient for you. I get it. Everybody's, people are busy, people are working, people got things to do. So it's our position or my position that we should be here when it's convenient for you. And that's my pledge to you today. Hey, call us, make an appointment Monday night, Monday afternoon, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever we can do to serve you. That's what we're going to do, and my competitors won't do it. We will. Okay? And so give us a call. We want to sell you a building. We want to sell you a good building. Not a good building. I want to sell you the best building. Okay? So give us a call. 337-515-2154. That's my number. Or call the office, 337-214-0428. Hey, let's get this thing going, y'all. Everybody needs something. Everybody needs a building. Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Beers. Mr. Beers says, I don't know anybody else who's offering customer service quite like you on this podcast every day. You're offering great deals. I just wanted to say hi. When I see something that tickles my eye, I'm going to jump like a frog on that package. Laugh out loud. Thank you, Mr. Beers. And folks, I'm very sincere when I tell you, we serve you. we're here for you. I understand you can spend your money anywhere you want. I get it. But I want you to feel comfortable that you're doing business with a company that's going to stand behind what they do, been here long enough to prove they're going to be here for that. At the same time, people who are willing to go the distance for you by being open extra hours, by me answering the telephone. We need you. You can go buy a building anywhere you want. You can spend your money where you want. That's your prerogative. I understand that quite well. I tell my people all the time, I said, you don't work for me, you work for the customers. That's who pays the checks around here, not Lee Mallett. Without them, you have nothing. And so I want to tell you how much I appreciate those who have done business with us, and I invite those who haven't to come see us and let us work with you. Let us try to help you get what you want, that dream building, whether it be a storage, whether it be a barnuminium, whether it be a man cave, whether it be a restaurant, we do commercial stuff too. So once again, look, I really appreciate y'all taking time to listen to me because I know you can spend your time on anything else. And always remember, I get on here every day. If I'm not here, Trent will be here. I messed up yesterday. I was going to go live. I'll be going live when I'm out of town, hopefully, if something doesn't happen like yesterday. But if not, Trent will be on here. We're always doing some things, okay? But look, give us a call. We want to earn your business. Give me a call, 337-515-2154, or call the office, 337-214-0428. Y'all have a nice night. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Take care.